And we're live. Hi, everyone. Hi, David.
Hi, Debbie.
How are you? And how's Australia?
Oh, it's just sunshine every day. It's kind of springtime, and everything. All the birds are singing, and the flowers are budding, and everything is very vibrant and alive and fertile. It's a time of fertility.
Oh, that's great. We are, of course, going into the dying season here.
So you are the reverse, which is fascinating. We're opposite ends of the spectrum. So how is it where you are?
Well, where I'm at, of course, in Southern California in the United States, is still warm, still in the 80s. And we don't tend to really have seasons. So, not really.
Oh, interesting.
It'll get cold. It can get cold. I can, and it can, and snow in the mountains, of course, a little bit, yeah. But we
Hmm.
really, people wear shorts all year round here.
That's why everyone wants to be in
Perfect.
Cali.
Yeah, it is. I've got to say, I was born and raised here, and it really is been a blessing to have the beach and and be able to go to it anytime. And you must know about that too. How far are you
Yeah.
from the beach or from water?
If I walk, probably 5 minutes, or depends how fast I walk, 5 minutes or so.
Oh man, that's great. So anyway, we do have a very nice climate here, and but it's good weather. We don't, except for we just had a hurricane last week.
Yeah,
We
so
never get.
a lot of
So
emotions coming up for us to cleanse and heal and purify, and it's all coming up. I think it's been an interesting year. A lot of energies rising or coming to the surface, and of course the Queen passed away, which I think
oh
a
yeah,
lot of us were expecting, and sort of.
yeah. I was
Uh,
about a week before she passed. I go, I should throw some cards down to see which day she's going to go, that she's going to die,
hmm.
because I do that, and then I just let it go because I go, everybody knows that she's not, doing well, but
Hmm.
I do with my cards pick days for things, and they're always right. So I wanted to look.
Oh,
So
wow.
I know it's
That's
amazing.
amazing. I don't remember which day she passed. What are we now? Tuesday? When was it? Saturday or Friday? Thursday. I think it was Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
So I've been watching on and off, uh, it's always just interesting, what they go through and all of that. And of course, she's been around for what, reigning for 70 years or something, did
I
she?
think any public figures people want to know about, and
Right.
and she's this public figure that was just 70 years of being queen
Yeah.
or something. That's just
Mhm.
extraordinary, and so many of us, you know well, most of us, I would say all of us, kind of were born when she was already queen.
Mhm.
I cannot speak for everyone, but I think all of us. So it's a new age that's emerging, and there's so many theories about the Queen and the royal family, and I like to hear a lot of theories. I sort of don't like to go to any extreme. Usually, I usually kind of recognize different theories and say, yeah, there's some truth to that, and there's some that's an interesting theory. And I don't know if you've followed it, gone down any rabbit holes about the royal family and the Queen,
Well,
and
it's like everybody's soap opera. It's the real soap opera, you know.
yeah, it's real people, real soap operas. So people seem to crave that on some level. They enjoy it. I do wonder how long that royal family will last for. I don't feel it will be a
Mm,
lot longer. I think
right.
it's coming
I
it's
want to
coming
do
to an
some
end.
predictions, like a prediction show sometime, and I want to look at that
Yeah,
because
I think it's
I
coming to
feel
an
like it's
end.
not on real steady ground right now. Um,
No, and the Queen was like the rock of that royal family.
was the
She
glue.
stability held things together for so long. So I'm feeling like And the world is changing, and do we have a place for these kind of privilege, wealth and privilege by birth? Do we really have? Does it really fit into our value system in the modern age? I think
I
it's
know a lot of people in the UK, and they just there's so many that just love their monarchy. They love
yeah. There's you
it.
get the lovers and the haters though. You get both sides, and that's what I was saying before. I kind of I tend to fall a bit in the middle, and but definitely there's a balancing effect. If you look at America and you look, if they had a royalty, that the royal, the queen was meeting with each leader of the country every week. So she met every week. So there's a balancing effect, and just the fact that I would be kind of a bit in awe. You can imagine going to the palace, and the in England they have a new prime minister from about a week ago, and it's
Right.
extraordinary. She met the queen, and then the queen just passed away, and you're like, wow. And so the new prime minister. So you go to meet the king or the queen, and that's kind of a bit of a someone. It's like meeting with principal or a boss, or you're meeting with this public figure, and it it exposes you to some degree of like what's true, but also your conscience and the consciousness of your leadership. Like, are you answerable to the queen or the king? Are
I'm
you
not.
are you answerable? Whereas in America, the political leader is answerable to no one. And of course, we know from a spiritual level, a
Well, I'd
spiritual.
say answered by to the people of
Well,
the
we're
country.
answerable to God. That's what I was going to
Well,
say. But
there you
the
go.
people are the people are below the leader. Just in the hierarchy as it exists. So yeah, they should be answerable to the people. But are they really? I don't think so. Not what I've seen. Just kind of do what they want. But at least the Queen offered that kind of answerability where you have to meet with the Queen and discuss your decisions of the week and what's going on in the country, and she had to sign off on everything.
Mhm.
So she had to sign off on the government. She signed off any new policies. She had to sign off on it. So she would have been asking questions, and she was very astute and experienced. And you can imagine, I think she met 20 prime ministers or something like that. It's
Wow.
extraordinary.
Well, the thing is that they had their own little thing as far as getting permission from her within the family. There's a lot of crazy old laws and policies and stuff from a long time ago. So I hope
Yeah.
they clear some of that stuff out.
Yeah, and the property laws, the property ownership, the all the wealth and privilege, and I really feel that shared country, shared wealth, shared resources is really important for
Yeah.
all of us. And if
Yeah.
one family is holding on to the too much, it's not healthy for the society. Um,
Well,
yeah,
I
but
think
it's
they have their personal wealth and they get income and all of that. But we have this little energy going across that there's going to be some other countries that that they want to, have their independence and stuff. So it's going to be
yeah.
really interesting to see economically and everything how this plays out.
Well, I live in Australia, so there's still, I think, legally speaking, Australia still comes under the royal family, believe it or not.
Mhm.
So
No,
the
yeah.
so I feel like Australia, as an example, is going to become independent and it's called a republic. Australia is not a republic. It's comes under the Queen. I'm not sure
Right.
the laws that govern it, but it's fascinating, and it is a time of change, and we just see so much transformation in the world. It's extraordinary.
Well,
Wow.
whatever's happened with the universe and us in it 2.5 years ago. stuff started to start going crazy, whether we went into a different dimension or what the heck happened to have this unbelievable stuff happen almost every single day for a year or two, and then keep going into other things. And, I think people are, really wanting peace and to have things settled. And, I'm not one that talks politics, but what Russia's doing, what Putin's doing, actually, personally, is absolutely unforgivable. And but the people came out. Some people came out and said, from some of the territories, and said he needs to resign. And I said, okay, finally something comes out in the news that will, hopefully push that away. And Ukraine
Yeah,
is having some successes, because
yeah,
we have to go right and wrong, and this is so wrong, you know.
yeah, Debbie. I would temper this by, because for me, I'm not knowledgeable enough to comment, and I would say pretty much most people are not knowledgeable enough about the region to comment. And so I know that so many people, it's not this different country. They're kind of the same. Most, I think half of Ukraine or something speaks, they're Russian speaking.
They're related.
And they're all related. They're neighbors. They're not enemies as such. So but it is a proxy war, because America's backed Ukraine. They're sending billions and billions of dollars. So it's a proxy war, and the morality of that, the ethics of that is always questionable, unless you really know what's going on the ground. And I don't believe that your leaders have a good track record. If you just look back at other conflicts like Afghanistan, Iraq, I don't think
Oh yeah.
you can claim the moral high ground. And Australia just follows whatever America says and sends in all our troops. And so our people die just the same on the battlefield. We just don't know what the war is, but all we know is we have an army, and they get sent in to Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever it is. So from an Australian perspective, I cannot really add a lot of insight into Russia, but I do know that it is a proxy war, and I wouldn't believe this idea of Russia's bad, Ukraine's good, because Ukraine's the most corrupt country in the world. So there's a lot of complexity which the mainstream media narrative doesn't give you. And once again, I really haven't done much reading about the issue, but I have read some counter arguments which were quite illuminating and showed me that the idea that Russia bad, everyone else good, or
Well,
whatever is just
I
not
I
accurate.
don't think that they're saying Russia's bad. They're talking about the leader. And
Mm,
so, and you had you were right on a couple of those points about Ukraine and things like that. But to have peace and be trading and everything, but to have somebody invade your country is pretty much, because they want the territory, they want that property, is wrong. And we do, thank you, God, we have in this day and time the reporters over there, and they're filming live, so we can get a grasp of some of the things. But I don't believe
yes
those
and no,
too much.
Debbie, because really journalists have been shown to be completely dishonest and biased and prejudiced. And the idea of journalism is not really, it's currently not, we cannot trust journalists anymore, because they're just reporting according to their prejudice, and there's so many fake stories and just reporting just plain untruths. So I wouldn't say any journalists on the ground, that doesn't mean much, because we don't know what's true if it's coming from a journalist. I
Yeah,
would,
I understand, because yes, there's a lot of that, but I believe that there's a lot of ethical networks out there that are reporting. But anyway, we agree to disagree a little bit on some of that. Now, this is why I need to be Queen of America.
yeah, well, wouldn't that be
I
great,
would do it.
Debbie?
I've had people say I would, vote for you for president, and I just kind of just go, I can't. I have to be queen because I have to.
My argument really is about complexity and how we simplifying is can end up actually dangerous. And Iraq is a good example where if you look at the history of the Middle East, it was carved up by European powers, and they literally just sat in a meeting and with a pencil on a map and just said, "Oh, you have this, you have that." Those weren't real countries. So Iraq doesn't have a history of being a real country. It's kind of like, say, you just take a American map and you just get a child to just like draw a circle, and then you say, "Oh, that's a new country. We'll call it Plog." And that was that had a dictator, Saddam Hussein, who was in many ways did a lot of terrible, horrific things from a human rights perspective. However, the country actually operated, and once you broke his power apart, it became chaos. So yes, often you have bad and you have evil, but sometimes there's a greater evil when you remove one of the dictators. It can end up that people suffer more. So that's where, and I grew up like that, I grew up in South Africa, and people had such simplistic views about everything had to be black and white, and in terms of this is good, this is wrong. And you look now, and from 50 years ago, the majority are suffering much more. You have way more poverty, you have way more starvation, disease. The country hasn't moved forward with all this. Let's do, remove the regime, remove the evil regime.
Well, some of the things, that we're involved in, there's always rebuilding the country economically and everything after that. But I think that the one thing that we can have the same view about is that it'd be so great to have peace and to have people being taken care of and trading and working as a planet to survive, and to grow, and to take care
mention
of
the
our
planetary
problems.
needs, the planetary needs of it's really the whole planet. It's all of us. It's the planet as a living being, and the planet doesn't want war. War it's just awful, death and destruction, and it's very dark. I mean, I don't know if you've ever. I'm sure you've seen a lot of pictures and even video. It's very, very dark, and this destructive element in humanity. It's like a cancer, and it's awful. And that's why I don't want to make it sound like I'm pro-war. I'm really not. I just want to say that complexity is very important, that we understand. Sometimes it's better having what's the saying? Better having the evil than what you don't know. Do you know what I mean? The saying, sometimes it's better to have a bad leader than to remove that bad leader and get chaos, or get a worse leader. So the devil do you know the saying about the devil, Debbie?
No.
Do you know what I mean? The devil. It's better to have the devil than sometimes the lurking darkness that's possible.
Well, I'm all about making sure that you put the right leader in. To take the one out, get a good one in.
Well, that hasn't, if we look at our leaders, I think we were talking about this before. It's such an important part of the world, and we've just had so many failed leaders, and our leaders have failed us, and it's time to look elsewhere and think of new ideas. Why the political system, I think, it's just not sensible to have a new government every election, or every election cycle. I would think, if you want an effective leadership, it should be run like a business. That's what I would say, a profitable business, and giving people who are really capable, having them in jobs and not losing their jobs every 4 years, and appointing new people who have no experience into those positions.
That's that's something that I've always go, oh my goodness. Because in America, it's like starting over. You're like a junior member or something, and you have to learn. And about that time, are you going to get reelected or are you going to be out?
Yeah,
And
you think it
it's
can
tough.
take 2-3 years to get experience, and then you're out, you're on your way out, and you're really losing the skills. And also with the turfing old people out, and our old people have the wisdom of experience, they can help the younger generation and in training, education, support, counseling. How we view leadership is I just don't think this idea of who shouts the loudest should be king. Should,
You have Kim says, what type of government system would you advocate would be best for the world, David?
well, small government, and allowing people autonomy. So really promoting autonomy. Now we have this tendency, especially with your current regime, towards big government. So government gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and really government swallows up the free market, and it swallows up opportunities, and it doesn't tend to do a good job of they just employ, I think, was it 27,000 tax people they just employed in America. Did you hear about that?
I was looking at Kim that I got her vote for being president. So.
But I think that how we elect the leaders, the qualities of people who become politicians are just not, those are not the qualities that one would look for in a leader. And I think experience, wisdom, intelligence, fairness, morality. I don't know any leaders that are really ethical. It just doesn't come across that most of them are ethical, and some of them are so unethical that it creates so much corruption that you've got in America. It's like the gravy train of corruption. But it's so a leader, I believe in moral virtues. So that the principles that the Greeks spoke about, a lot of the sages in Greece, and a lot of traditions speak about leadership, actually.
Yeah, can you imagine if we just had the people together, not the ones that are trying to, the money that goes out to elect someone's crazy too. But just to have the people that would say, okay, you, David, you are in charge of feeding everyone and whatever we can all do to get food to everybody, or, this kind of stuff. Just like we're going to make sure people have the health care and this, that, and the other. And definitely, America hasn't gotten there, and it is difficult to find the perfect leader. That's for sure. And but we are striving to have some freedoms, but still, I feel like there's a lot of restrictions here. But it
I
would be really
feel
nice if we didn't. I agree with you about the people being so political. Just come in and figure out what's right, and what helps people and how we can help others in the world, and let's just do it.
Yeah, I think the key for me would be principle-based leadership. So it's about principles, it's about character traits or traits, character traits of the person that really has virtuous behavior, ethical behavior, as the key. So you could almost use the word spirituality, spiritual leaders, but you need, of course, a grounded, practical balance. So they have to be practical. It can't be up in the stars purely. They need to be grounded on earth, and there have to be practical solutions, and that's really important. So balance people who have life experience, and that was good about your previous government, was that they brought in business principles, and that's very effective. What has worked in a business can work in government.
I agree on that one. Um, well, we need to heal the world, and it's so chaotic right now. And um, gosh, I would love to have some giant movements see that. Yeah, I lived in the 1960s, you guys. My birthday is in not like a week or so, and I'm going to be 68 years old. And so I've seen a lot. And I remember in the 1960s, and it was tough with that, the Vietnam War and everything. But here at home, there was a lot of movement of love. And I would love to see some really big movements of peace and love to be at the forefront of how we live here and spread that.
Yeah. I'm
I
just
feel
gonna
like
put.
I'm a Coke commercial. So I won't sing, but no, I feel like I want to share a Coke. So anyway, David, I will go ahead and speak while you're busy.
Yeah, I just got a package. I'm just
Oh,
gonna run
nice.
out for a moment. Sorry.
Oh, yes, you may. Okay, you guys, we're going to do readings. David and I will do readings. If you want a reading, please just let us know in the comments. And also, please share the show so other people can come in and get a reading because we have about a half hour that we can do readings now, which is really great because usually we have like 15 minutes. So if you like a reading, just let me know in comments. Let me write a list, matter of fact. And whatever you, if there's a specific thing, we can ask about that, or just a general reading. Just write in the comments if you want a reading. I was doing readings all morning, so I'm all warmed up to do that. So anyway, let's see. I hope you guys are seeing Dana Gomez. She's actually going to be doing Fridays, and she said in the morning, and she's in Eastern, so it's probably going to be early. But she's going to be doing her anxiety coaching in on Fridays and probably Mondays too. So look forward to her. Kit also is, she's using her YouTube channel. So if you see a graphic on Psychic Fixes and you want to join her live show, just click on that picture and it'll take you to YouTube so you can see Kit and get readings there as well. Okay, there's people asking for some readings. I love your
I
Oracle cards.
Sorry, Debbie. My phone has been causing problems, and I've just got a new phone, and so I saw the guy arrive in the truck, and I was just
You're
wanting to
like
get
a
the.
kid in a candy store. I got a
Yeah,
package. I got a package.
yeah, and it came really quickly, so I'm really happy about that because it's especially since COVID, a lot of things can take a long time to be delivered. But just finishing off, I just wanted to highlight what we were talking about before, leadership, and I really believe in spiritual-based leadership, value-based leadership, principle-based leadership, but love and peace as the presiding energies. I think that will be really powerful. So, we're talking a lot. There's a lot of logic and left brain arguments, but it's an energy. Politics as an energy in America at the moment is fear-based, divisive. It's a sort of pack of tigers or pack of dogs or
Whenever
hyenas.
elections come up, the claws come out.
And you feel that energy, and that's an energy. It's not really it's an energy. It's an approach. It's how those people have got to power, how they're staying in power. And so much is also following the money trail. Money and power are in bed with each other. And that's how your politics is run. And it's more like it's a technological shift in terms of how we live our lives, that money and power are not intertwined. We can have love as the true power, love and peace as the forces of nature, as the forces of how we operate. So coming to a loving place as a leader, what does that mean? How do we implement that? That if you come, it's really the core. And it's not something that's brain based. It's not all about the intellect. It's about the heart. If we're coming from our heart, caring for each other, then it's actually quite simple. Often our decisions just naturally arise spontaneously from the problem that we're facing, because it's a different approach. So I would say we need to come back to our hearts and approach things from that level. And maybe
I
we
think
need you. Maybe we need
we
you,
do.
Debbie. People like you.
Historically, the money and power have always been at the forefront. And I would love to get to some time where people are heartfelt and and take all that BS away. And I hope you know what that means. And get down to people, what's best, let's help, let's do all this. But you know what, it's, I don't know, it's ingrained. I don't know if it's DNA or what it is, what that energy is, but there's so many people that run after that money and create wars, and which can make money, and are horrible to other people. And we are steeped in that right now. It's not like it's gotten better or anything. We just look into what's happening in individual countries, people's rights and stuff that they do not have. And so I just hope that someday, that there is peace on earth, that there's working together. So that's why I want the aliens to land and say hi, because that will
Yes,
put everybody in their place.
because so much of our energy is put in the military. If you look globally, how much of the resources, money and resources are going into military, and what is that military for? Who's our
Harm.
enemy? Who
It's
is our
harm.
enemy?
Yeah.
Who's our real enemy? So we see everyone more as a Jesus taught, as part of us, as connected to us, as not separate from us, and see each person reflecting our inner self. Then there's no idea of the other. The fear gets really reduced. We see everyone as our brothers and sisters, which is, I think it is happening collectively with the internet. That was what the internet has helped do, realizing that everyone is just like you. They're not that different. They may wear different clothes, but essentially they're not that different from you.
I think that's right. And internet has done, well, some harm. We get technology before we have rules and policies and ethics on stuff. But
Yeah.
it is amazing. It is really an amazing thing.
Well,
And
it's a lot of these things are experiments, and there's a lot on the internet that's really dark energy on the
oh
internet. So
yes,
it can be
yeah,
used for good, it can be used for evil, and
yep.
so much it comes back to money at the end of the day.
I think there's other things too, but we need to maybe do some readings. I have somebody who asked here. I've got a little list going. You guys, please share the show. And I am going to connect to Marie's energy and get some cards down. Okay.
And I'm just feeling that the energy contracts, and there's a force that happens when we talk about certain topics. I feel that energy really constricts us, and when we talk about more positive energies, it really helps to kind of illuminate and inspire and just shift the vibration. So I think in a way we're feeding the enemy, we're feeding the fear when we're talking about our bad leadership. We kind of feeding that energy because we're reacting.
I
And the
understand what you're saying. I really
yeah
do. But when there are problems, people need to talk about them. But
Yeah,
what happens is there's no how do we change it? We're just talking about it, and
yeah. We're
and
stuck
people
in
get
the
that
problem.
anger in there and stuff. But boy, if we could solve the problems, that'd be great.
Yeah, so I think acknowledging that problem is important, and but as you say, we get stuck in the problem. So let's get stuck in the solution. Let's get
Awesome.
stuck on that level.
I've got a list. Okay, I've got cards for it's Marie. Yeah. Okay. Things are going to get better, Marie. Okay, you want to know if they're going to prove they will, but I will tell you kind of the story I see. First four cards, I got. I'm trying to make that list. Okay, first four cards are for you, and I do get the Ace of Cups that shows me about you. This is open heart, blessings, and joy. It really is having an open heart for love and all of that, and being ready for all of that to come in. And I like that a lot. You know what? You have this energy like, I want a big change to happen. I want to transform. I want to live differently. So you're manifesting this great change in. Now, I am going to tell you ahead for you, Marie. We do have like going through things that maybe like you had a soul contract and you wrote in that you wanted to experience something, bring some good things in, whatever. I do feel like this is coming up in the future for you. The past is heck. I have the tower card. Can I show you? Tower card, not good. So this is in the past, and this is things that, things happen and create a crisis. So past position. Now they show me you're super responsible. I want to put a sticker right here and I'll write responsible on it, because I feel like you put a lot of hard work and effort into what you do or to get your successes and all of that. But yet we have this negative energy hanging here. If you're open-minded to getting rid of some of that energy, just you're on Facebook, just PM me, and or go to psychicfixes at Gmail, and I will send you some stuff to make sure that you are getting rid of some of this negative energy, okay? But I see an improvement in your house. So either a new place or fixing it up or better energy. They say to face your fears, to be strong and find that strength and ask for it from the other side. Face your fears. I get a lot of success and I get a celebration. Uh, I get I get this great celebration card at the end. So I feel like that you're going to move away from this and the negative energy and go into first an improvement in your home. And I can show you how to clear everything and all that for you. And I'll freely do that for you. Just let me know. And also just face your fears, be strong. Sometimes we have to just say, okay, I'm going to have love and good luck and all this good stuff come in. And I'm keeping that bad stuff at bay. And I do get success and I do get celebration. So I really like that a lot. So yes, I didn't see a specific angel or anything like that, but do know that spirit is always around you. But is there something going on with them right now? I don't see that. But I see this natural progression to everything being better.
Okay, so Marie, I would just like to mention the karmic side, because we have karmic debts and we have these experiences that intellectually are difficult to analyze and understand and integrate. So just take a step back and be aware that, all right, this is happening. It's not because there's something wrong with you or you're a bad person or you're not worthy of love and good things. It's just experiences that you're called upon to go through for your karmic growth. It's just the law of karma, and sometimes it bites. Sometimes it's very hard for us to understand why things are happening, and everything is happening for your growth, for your learning, for your lessons. So if you feel yourself caught up in the struggle, just take a step back, and perspective is really important. So zoom out and see your life from the bigger picture. Take away the sort of reactive responding to the world, actually see yourself go off in the distance. So you'll have a very different perspective, a different point of view. Zoom out. So zoom out. That's 2 words. Zoom out. So whatever's going on, just zoom out, and then you will see yourself as a speck of dust. You'll see the universe in a different way, and your connection to spirit will become much stronger, because you'll realize that you're just playing a game on this earth, and it's all about how you're seeing it. There's nothing bad innately. It's just experiences that are happening, and some of them are tough, some of them are painful, but really see this distant perspective as a healing approach to to change things. And you can always zoom out and go into the universe, go into the void, go into everything and nothing, and realize that you're part of that. You're part of this experiencing. You're part of this universe. So I do see positive things for you, and I think everything comes back to your perspective, and things are going to start to. Everything is cycles, so we go through changes, we go through challenges. Good things come in. So dance through it, and keep going, and it's going to be positive for you, Marie.
That's wonderful. Okay, I've got cards for Helen. Helen, I wrote down there that you're next, and we're going to talk money, because we're going to talk money. So, Helen, the card that comes down and represents you as working well with people. Crossing you in temporary energy is the Lover's card. I don't know if it's about romance or making choices in romance, love and romance, but this energy's over you. I get coming home to success in the future, which sometimes is very much like entrepreneurial. So I love this energy of success coming in for you in the future. Past position is the Sun card, which I really love. It's a happy, successful card. Also, one of maybe an offer came in, okay? Maybe something connected to your career. So let me tell you what I see. First of all, I get a guy, and I get a strong personality male. Just a theme of what's right and wrong, and strong opinions. Very intelligent. I feel like would champion causes and be very compassionate. So I get this very strong personality here. Can be maybe physically strong as well, but I get strong opinions. I also have the Hangman card, which is my card of destiny, which meaning that there is something that will come up, that we will work out karma, or we will bring something in from a past life, or we're going to do something great and big, and it's important. They show me a new job, a new project, or a new stream of money. So here you go. Here you go. It's like, here's a new job. Whatever that is, it's handed to you. I do feel like that you're going to be getting some money also, because this can be promotions or something like that. But I do feel like there's money that's rightfully yours that you're going to get. It's substantial. And let me tell you what else I get about money. I do get that, like, your ships are going to come in. Like, if you sent off your ships empty out into the ocean and the world, they come back full of treasure. I feel like you're going to receive a reward. And I love this because another great card here, the investment card. And the ultimate outcome card means that something comes in. I think in your gut, you're going to say, this is good. And whatever's going on, I feel like it's going to generate money over time. It's going to grow, but it's going to make you financially independent. I feel like this is really good money, and money that'll take care of your needs and wants. So you have a lot of good things coming. You do have some of the bigger things, the Hangman card, but you have this, here's a job, or here's a way to make money, and here's some money, and then we're going to grow a nice big investment. So very, very fortunate. So I like that a lot. There's your general reading.
Yeah, Helen, the key thing that came, words that I heard, was trust yourself. So that is the key right now. You're overthinking. You're a little bit impatient. You keep going around in circles in your mind, and just take a step back and realize that you've done this before. You've got this. You're not someone new. Your soul has been here before. It's got a lot of experiences. So at a soul level, you're being called on to trust and really trust yourself. Don't keep looking outside of yourself for answers. Actually, you have it within you. You have the remembering and the gifts that come from past lifetimes, which can come flooding back, and that's going to serve you. That's going to help you. You have that wisdom to draw upon, and you have all that capacity, all that capability. It's all within you. There's a strong call here to just allow things to unfold, and know that you're the master of your destiny. If you get a strong if a offer comes in, and strong options for your career align, then go for it. There's nothing to hold you back. You are divinely guided. Just keep, I would say, stay as you are. You're strong. You're in a strong position. Things are coming to you in a good time, in a good flow. So coming back to what I said to you before, just trust yourself. If you do need some mantras, that can really help to put them up on the wall to remind yourself. It can be, I am an infinite soul of love. I am divinely guided. I am unlocked forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from my lifetime, all my lifetimes. What else can you bring? Things that work for you. Put them up on your wall. Put sayings that inspire you, and make your environment more inspiring, because it feels like things are a bit stale in your living environment, and really freshen it up. Bring in some fresh flowers. Maybe you need a new picture of some beautiful trees that you love, or an island that inspires you, a painting that you love, but bring in some new energy just to shift this vibration of stuckness, and that's going to really help. You may need to get a cleaner to help you clean up some things, and garage sale may also really help, just to move things on, because there's too much stuff around you that's creating this blockage. So free up some space, and trust yourself. Thank you, Helen.
David, what do you think of feng shui?
I think everything's energy, and we can walk into certain spaces and feel an energy. We love certain spaces. We feel claustrophobic in other spaces. So just intuitively, we know that there's laws of there's principles there of geometry, of that exist energetically, and so definitely it's real. It's absolutely real.
There's a couple of things, like feng shui to organize things so the energy flows through the house. And even Wiccans are like, do your house cleaning. So,
Well, it's amazing how it seems really too simple, and like, oh really, but it's very powerful when you clean up your workstation, clean up the space, get in a cleaner to come in for 2 hours and see what they can do.
Mine needs to be cleaned up. Oh my gosh. But I know. Though anyway, thank you for that. That was a really great reading for her. But Miriam, I already have cards down for you. So the first card that comes down is the Knight of Cups. And people, they get the book out for tarot and they go, romantic dreamer. But really, to me, this is all about manifesting. This is my intention on this card is to manifest. It comes down for you. You should be manifesting. And if you don't have my book on manifesting, I'll gift it to you. Just get a hold of me at psychicfixes@gmail.com. I'll send it to you. Also, I get over you that you really want, you're manifesting stuff, some stuff that you really want, and you deserve it. Okay. I get maybe a little short trip. I don't know if it's really short or something, but I get going somewhere, almost like a journey in the future for you. You may have gotten something that was yours and should be yours in the past. I get maybe it's money or something, like you got something that was supposed to be yours. They are showing me, even though they show me a little bit of broken heart for you, I still get the Ace of Cups saying, I'm open. I'm open to all this love out there and everything. So very contradictory. Like first we have a little broken heart and then we're ready to receive. I also get maybe a celebration or a family reunion, a wedding or something. I get some kind of a party. I get relationship connected. Okay. Very, very good. This is my happily ever after card. So I have all those good stuff on that. You're going to have in front of you, like the bigger decisions in life are going to come, not the little things, but, the big things in life. And I don't have right here that you're going to easily make a decision. So make sure that you connect to people depending on what this is, if it's professional or your girlfriends can help or whatever. Get people's opinions. That's going to help you make a decision. I also use an affirmation. I got it right here. I see clearly every day. I see the right decision and I take it. So that's something that you can say in the morning a couple times to kind of put it out to the energy in the universe that when I have a big decision to make, or any, I'm going to easily make that. And it'll be the right one. It does show me juggling money just a little bit. We take it here, put it there. So do manifest for more money to come in. I get that you're going to get a wish come true. Something you really want comes in. So that's really great. And that's what I have for you.
Miriam, I would say perspective as well is really important, and spending more time in nature and just tuning out. There's some clutter there which I'm feeling, and I was trying to. I really pick up on the energy of people's faces, so I would encourage you to, if you come online, put your face there so I can see you. But that message you've got up there, I actually read it and I thought. That may have cluttered at least my response to you, because I don't know where that's coming from. But I feel like time in nature, slow down, quieten your mind, would be really helpful. Just zoom out so you're able to see a higher perspective and really come to. We're talking about love and really genuine feelings of love, not an intellectual love that people say nice things, but authentic feelings. And I feel like your mind is just getting caught up in certain ideas that are not helpful, accurate. So ideas are just ideas, and some can really help us move forward with our lives. But get more authentic. Get out into nature. Ground yourself, because when you're putting out a message like you've got there, it's not going to garner the right response. It sounds judgmental, very judgy, because kindness is our gift to each other. It's our gift to animals. It's our gift from God. It's a divine gift of love. So when you're kind to others, that's something that you're part of the divine symphony, and it's a beautiful quality of divinity and God. So you have that ability to feel that and connect to that authentically. So don't get caught up in your head with these kind of clever intellectual ideas that are not, often they're not. Really feel it in your heart, feel it in your soul, feel it in your gut even. Is this really true? Is this true for me? Does this resonate with me? Because don't just follow what other people are saying. Actually run it by your own body, your own self. Is this working? So just generally with a reading, slow down, take time to reconnect with the earth, with Mother Earth, with the whole universe, the cosmos. And sometimes important for you to surrender. So I feel like you're holding on to things. Just surrender, let go, and that stagnant energy will fall away, and new things will come in, new ideas will come in when you go through that detox or cleansing. So I hope that helps, Marianne.
I listen to you sometimes, David, because you guys, if you haven't noticed, David and I are very opposite, which I think makes good for our conversations. But when you're saying kindness, whatever you said about the kindness and is our gift to each other, or whatever, I'm sitting here going, and Debbie's going like, when I get a shopper and I get the wrong thing, and I'm yelling in the house. I got a bad tomato or whatever it was. And I go, I really do need to like, that's one of these shows you're going to show me how to defuse that big TNT I'm sitting on. Because I do, go, oh my gosh, too much. I do that too much. But anyway,
Well,
we will talk about that because they definitely need help with it.
so I have a little bit of time, maybe 2 more minutes. I don't know
Okay.
if you pick cards, but we could go really, really quickly.
You can, we don't need to do you, but I'll do it really fast because I have Tina's. I wanted to do Tina, even though I was seeing that countdown.
Well, I can leave. If you want, I can leave, and then you can
Okay,
carry on, Debbie.
I'll just keep going really now. Tina,
Yeah.
I have a new start for you. That's what you're all about, and cracking you a new start. Make sure that your intuition guides you. In the future, you're going to be getting your desires, reaching your goals, making a change for the better in your home, your career. It's really great. You may have just taken a little trip. I get a sense of grief or a big sense of loss. So something may have happened. I feel very sad about something. You are very connected to the other side. I get the moon card. So, hey, talk to them, listen to your dreams and everything. You're having communication with them. I also get a celebration coming up. Very good, like a party. Good news for you and a change in your home for the better. Very, very good. As well as I see that there's going to be an offer coming to you, like, here you go, Tina, do you want it? And you go, crisscross applesauce, I don't know. Make sure that if you don't know, don't say yes. And that's what I have for you. Was that fast? That was fast.
That was fast. That was
That was
amazing. So
awesome.
Tina Page Noon. When I saw your name, I thought there's something about the energy of your name that was actually really balanced for me. I really felt good when I just saw your name. I thought, oh, this is something special here. So your style is unique and special. So you have this gift that you have for the world. And so you're a gift for all of us. So for everyone, you're our gift. And so I want to thank you for connecting. You kind of, the card for you is about loosening your grip. So you're holding on to certain coping mechanisms, certain ideas. There's a density in that energy, and addiction is. I don't mean that I mean that as we all have addictions. Just having a show every week, you become addicted to the show, as an example, or even you have a friend. Relationships are addictive. So I don't mean that as a judgment or as a negative. Addiction is part of our emotions, and part of being human is this addictive element. And sometimes the relationships just need to be shifted, and the energy vibration shifted and changed. So God sometimes needs to come through you and such. Sometimes just shift your ideas, loosen your grip on how you see the world. And so you're clinging to certain ideas, but opportunities are coming in. I really feel you have a great ability to run your own business, to be successful in your own business. And also online, you have a great, unique gift. So spread that across. And I'm seeing, what's that? Art, Etsy. I'm seeing Etsy, even your ability to, creative ability is really strong to create cards, jewelry, artwork, all of that, reading. So good luck to you. Thank you so much for
That's
connecting.
great. Tina, hey, if you do all that stuff, message me on Facebook. I can use some help on the page. Okay, we got to go. David, you got to go. We'll see you guys probably next week. All right. So follow so you know. Uh, she makes jewelry. Oh my goodness. Oh, you want to do lives? Go look at Psychic Fixes. Do you want to do lives on Psychic Fixes? I have people that do it. Might as well start with, like a big post reach of a lot of people. I've got it. All right, we're going to go. David, any last words?
Well, thank you, everyone, and let us know your questions and things you want us to talk about. And sometimes, we talk about so many things, and if you want us to just focus on one topic, we'll still go down many rabbit holes, I'm sure. But have a beautiful week and realize everything's energy. You're surrounded by energy. Sometimes just come back to love, be love, keep things really simple.
Right. Okay, Tina, private message me or psychicfixes@gmail.com. All right, you guys. Bye. Bye, everyone. Sorry if we
Bye.
missed you. Take care. All right, David, you stay for just a second.